The character roster is probably the main concern that a lot of people actually have inside of this game, but my one concern is that will there be enough to do inside of this game? Maybe the Fullbringer arc, if we're maybe the Fullbringer arc, and if we're lucky, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc as a whole.
I did not think I had to make this video. What's going on, everybody? My name is FamKiller92, and today I'm going to be straight up with you guys. Today, I want to go ahead and extend on what I was originally stating in the video. I did miss a few key points in my concerns on top of voicing the concerns of others in the FGC community involved in the longevity of the BLEACH Rebirth of Souls, but to get my point across, when I was speaking on the concerns about the character rosters and things in the game, I was more or less speaking on the offline playability as to the online content, which will always be there readily available for friends, family, and competitors alike who enjoy the PvP aspect of games. Unless you just don't have a decent connection and access to Wi-Fi at all, then my boy, you're just out of luck. However, with the most recent talk of Rebirth of Souls, I want to actually voice my genuine concerns that are mainly involving with the online capabilities of the game and what I'm worried about for the upcoming days upon release. Now, Tamsoft Games are known for a few of their fighting games, and if you're familiar with the style that these games have, you'll recognize a few of the following titles, such as the 2021 Melty Blood type Lumina, 2013 Senran Kagura, 1998 Abala Burn, 1995 Battle Arena Toshinden. Now you're probably wondering, why is this list so small? Well, to answer that, to bring up a glaring reality, that majority of Tamsoft games after Abala Burn have mainly been RPG beat-em-ups and hack and slash. And to kind of bring this up, there have been very few fighting games with Tamsoft, though for a very good reason, as competing games back then in 1995 and so forward have been mostly Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, not to mention the countless other titles that were in the works beyond those big name franchises. But to continue on with what I was bringing up to my point, the balancing of the game when it comes to certain characters is my potential glaring issue when it comes to fighting games such as this, excluding that of Sparkling Zero. A few games have been recently dropped and the balancing has not been that great. However, with Tamsoft Games, it has been confirmed that they are working really hard on making sure that the characters are balanced and are equal in power to have, a good time and make sure that no character is above the other. But even though that we're given this knowledge, I'm still rather skeptical of the sort of thing, such as Fighters, a game made by Arc System Works, have made constant adjustments to, say, a character named Yamcha in the very beginning, who was so broken and was gutted to the ground completely, and now everybody above him, up until the most recent update, have been just dogging on him, and it's a little bit concerning because I like it when characters at least have a bit of equal power and can actually, deal something inside of a fighting game such as this and doesn't get completely dog-walked by the other characters. But all I must say is that with the way that certain characters work and from what I have seen in the game, we won't truly know who is broken and who is not until we truly get our hands on the game. And now we're going to go ahead and bring up my biggest concern when it comes to this game. Oh, the great bane of all fighting games that don't have decent rollback. The netcode of fighting games in the past few years have been purely trash, looking at Universe, that it made the experience of the game more of a chore than it is an enjoyable product. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a few times where games have not have good netcode and have delivered the most hilarious moments in the gaming career, along with a few others, and that's fine. The thing is that for those who plan on hosting YouTube tournaments for viewers or global online tournaments held with fighters across the world, and it would be right for us fans to be concerned about making sure that we can connect to our opponents without having a real issue. Though, I will say, some of you really need to get an Ethernet code. Some of these fighting games need you to have that. Bandai has not had the best track record for some of the fighting games in the past involving the netcode issue, making it difficult for people to stay connected during fights, or even when the fight is going on and you're staying connected, your combos would be ruined by someone just phasing through your character, causing you to whiff like 13 different light attacks when you should have been landing them God knows how many times over, and had your opponent dead to right, but due to connection issues, that isn't the case. With Rebirth of Souls, my main concern is just making sure that the netcode for the game is actually perfect, if not decent enough to keep me coming back to the online with my homies who I want to chill out and have fun with, or make content and just showing how good this game is and at its peak. To extend on this a little bit further, they have to, and please, they need to make a punishment for those who rage quit. Ever since Xenoverse and Sparking Zero, many have been known for rage quitting in the past, and the only thing in this case was cause an issue was for those who were robbed of a win, or causing a divide in the community where you get shamed having a red name in a lobby, letting people know that you are prone to rage quitting. And if I'm being honest, I don't like being called out. Like, I don't rage quit, but at the same time, if my name was red and people were looking at me saying, "Oh man, you prone to rage quitting? Hey bro, get out the lobby. I'm just trying to have a good time. I don't want to have this be on my record." Like, but look, the thing is that even though there are some people who rage quit in games, the best way to prevent things like this from happening more often is to just go ahead and add a punishment system, like making it so people have extended times before they're able to get inside of a lobby, or possibly get banned for like a number of days. I know this might be an issue for like certain games. I know certain games do this, like League of Legends, Valorant, or any other games that have a more competitive side of the spectrum when it comes to big games such as this. Though, rage quitting assured, there just needs to be something to figure this out so there isn't that huge divide whenever it comes to the anime community as a whole and just playing fighting games altogether. Now, as I said previously, I've already stated my case whenever it comes to the offline aspects of the game. I did react to the system overview and saw that, yeah, there were some things that have been in the game, or that were introduced into the game, such as the secret story mode and also mission mode, but at the same time, I don't know how much of that is inside of the game. So there's no real way of telling if I will be able to have extreme playability with some of these games other than the story mode, and going back to the story mode to probably go ahead and see the fight that I enjoyed the most, or had the most fun with, or enjoyed the most character, or enjoyed the character that was in that the most. And honestly, I just want to make sure that something involving this game doesn't go to waste. It's been 13 years since we have gotten a console game for Bleach, and in my concerns as a fan, not only as an anime fan, but also as a Bleach fan, I'm still going to buy this game no matter what to enjoy it as its integrity because it is a Bleach IP. But if we separate the IP of that name and we just have it be what it is in the fighting game aspect, if these things don't come into fruition, like the netcode or the balancing or anything of the sorts, it's not really going to do well. I'm not going to say that the game will fail. I'm pretty sure the game won't necessarily fail. It will just kind of die off and kind of fade into existence. But I just want to be able to look at the FGC community, look at Battle Hour, or have certain things that are going on and just be able to see games like this kind of just show up and have a really good time and just make really fond memories of games like this. The last game that I actually had genuine fond memories of was honestly Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers, even though it did not have the best connection as a whole, especially with Nintendo, I still had a really good time with my friends being able to play a platform fighter with all of my favorite Nintendo characters and just doing what I wanted to do best. Now, I know it might seem like, I'm speaking in delusional thoughts or thinking, but at the same time, this is the most realistic that I can possibly be with my concerns as a whole. I know a whole bunch of other people that thought that I was rage baiting with the title beforehand, but I was being genuine, and I am not entirely sure if people, even though we as Bleach fans are probably going to enjoy this no matter what, in the end, we'll probably still end up being disappointed, and I have been burnt out on a lot of fighting games because of that sheer disappointment. Sparking Zero has been one of those titles, along with a few others, and I just want to make sure that I see this game succeed and can at least be memorized in the way for fans of old and new can enjoy. But that's about it for this video. If you guys like this and enjoyed and you have more to say, or you also have any concerns involving the online play, let me know in the comment section. Make sure you go ahead, like this, share this with your friends, get more to, talk about it, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. I apologize for those who thought I rage baited in the last video, and with that, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.